house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychological body go firm, but we ain't all black.
Oh my God, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. Who that over there?
Hi, my name is April Sampe.
What's up, April Sampe? How you doing today?
That's it. That's all you got. Hi, Dollface.
Happy Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, is it not? I love that.
Well, it's hump day. We got to talk about humping.
And, you know, I realize there's a lot of humping going on.
Is there?
Well, okay. I don't know if they want us to believe that it's a lot of humping going on. I don't know. I don't know if it's true, if it's not true. It looks like it wants to be true. I hope it's true.
The humping? You hope the humping is true?
I hope they're humping.
So
I don't know who we're talking about.
Well, I will say this. So I didn't even see any of the things. I saw something where they for everybody who doesn't know, we're talking about Luenell Al B Sure, right? So I saw something where she was they were kissing or something like that, and the first thing I thought of, so I had Luenell on a good morning, everybody. I had Luenell. I used to do this. I used to do a podcast. Okay, so I first met April on a podcast that I used to do called Conversation Starters. It's where we would interview celebrities back during COVID. And April was one of our guests.
Identified as a celebrity back in the day.
She did. Yep. She still does. And so I had Luenell. We had Luenell on our show, and she was a little mean to my co-host. And so when I saw that, I didn't even look at the video. The first thing I did is I DM'd the video to her, and I said, "Oh, I thought she didn't like light-skinned guys." That was the only thing. And I didn't even look at it any further. And then I started seeing like it on all the blogs and like, this is really real. And so then I saw Luenell in the comments like, yeah, it is real. Yes, it is. Like and people was like, oh my God, if she got, whatever. So she was out there like defending it. And so it's a real thing. I guess Luenell and Al B Sure, the news is in that Luenell and Al B Sure are like a thing, but I haven't seen the video. So I need to see what everybody is talking about, April. Have you guys seen the video? Have you guys seen the video of Luenell and Al B Sure?
Okay, I'm gonna actually tell y'all a secret, because what y'all don't know is everybody is thinking that it's really Al B Sure and Luenell, but in actuality,
who that is?
It's these two, y'all.
What?
It's these two.
What? So listen, let me tell you something, April. I met Al B Sure, I met Luenell, and when we took that picture, I didn't even think I had a shot. But now I
definitely had a shot, honey.
If I would have just shot my shot, I could have shot my shot.
Should've.
But here's the thing.
Hold on. Let's analyze it. Were you not shooting your shot right there?
I mean, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing that I do. I kiss everybody on the cheek. I got everybody I meet. If anybody says, hey, let's take a selfie, I always take a selfie with me kissing them on the cheek. I think that same night I was kissing Dave Hollister on the cheek. I think I got a picture of me, Dave Hollister. I was kissing him on the cheek, same day. Yeah, I just kiss everybody. It's just like a constant Carter thing. Let me show you.
You know how I am about when people leave comments. I love this. Is it?
Wait, what? What'd they say?
Someone said, this is giving hater. Is it? I just said how much I'm hoping it's true. And
yeah, we're just talking about it. We're not hating at all. We didn't say anything negative or anything.
I love that for you, Dee.
We're not hating. Why do you default to think that we're hating? Because we're not hating.
I love that for you. If that's the direction that you went in all seriousness, I totally love it.
This is me and my good friend Dave Hollister, y'all. So it's just kind of
a thing. What? Constance, that's giving hater.
I just want to kiss people. In fact, my girlfriend Dawn,
Your girlfriend Dawn said what?
She said, "Why you always got your lips on everybody?" Because I was kissing DJ Quick. She was like, "His wife gonna be mad at you." I was like,
"Wait, DJ Quick or DJ Quicksilver?"
No, Quick, DJ Quick.
I just wanted to make sure I knew which quick we were talking about.
No, his wife will be fighting people. I'm not.
That's all for his wife. She will come for you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. He ain't that big of a celebrity for me to be trying to kiss. But
don't say that. Don't talk about my Quicksilver.
Listen, no at all. Wait, let me see. I just want to prove to you that I kiss everybody. So where's my? I got a little kissing video. Anyway,
I'm a little concerned about you kissing everyone. In all seriousness, because people's cheeks can have some kind of. Well, that's if you're kissing them on the lips, but people's cheeks can have some nastiness on them too.
Listen, April is afraid of everything. Oh, here it is. Here's a kiss.
Oh, y'all have to understand. April does not like disgustingness. Y'all have to realize I clean my hotels.
April is such a weird I met up with April in Atlanta, and she was like doing all this weird stuff. I was like, "What the hell's what's up with this girl? It's weird."
Listen, I got to give a shout out to Keisha Merritt. She was my manager for years, and I can tell you she's hands down the best. Love her to pieces. And what I will say as it relates to my wonderful Keisha is she and I had the same mentality. We would go in. One person would take the bathroom. One person would take the room. We would wipe down everything. We would spray everything from top to bottom, left to right. That is my travel buddy forever. She will forever be my travel buddy.
I keep a dirty room, clothes all over the place, everything, the whole works.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Clothes all over the place as long as they're in a place that I've cleaned.
Yeah,
like if something touches the floor, unless I have lined it with towels, no. And I never, ever, ever walk around a hotel with no shoes on.
Yeah, so she does a lot of weird stuff. But here, look, I just want to show y'all. Okay, we're gonna get into it, but I just want to show you guys how I just be kissing people. Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. I just got to show y'all how I want to show y'all how I be. I'm just a kisser. I'm just a lover girl at heart. Huh? I'm
been around the world. I done kissed a lot of boys, and I'm guessing that is true.
I kiss a lot of boys.
I mean, I'll say that. Like, that was my former life, but now, nope. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Okay.
Are you looking at my kissing?
We couldn't see it because it was far.
Did you see my kissing?
Start it over, Constance.
Okay, where's the kissing? Right here. Okay, let me do it again.
Oh, that's my Georgie.
Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
I kiss everybody. So listen, do you see Rasan Patterson? I told Rasan Patterson, I know you're gay, but you're my boyfriend and you're gonna kiss me anyway.
And I bet you he did.
He absolutely did.
You know what's sad? I've done probably 2 shows with Rasan Patterson, and not one time have I don't think I have any pictures with us.
Well, I got to kiss him. I got to kiss on him and get some loving from him. So, and I got many more celebrities that I've kissed, but that's just a couple of them. But anyway, so me and Al B Sure.
Hold on, I have to address this. No. I bring my own sheets. And I take those sheets off of the bed. I check them thoroughly, and I will fold them because I also don't use the comforter. I bring my own. I'm trying to tell you it's a problem, okay?
Yeah,
but yeah, and by the way, y'all, they don't wash the comforters. You think they wash the comforters? They do not wash the comforters. Okay, and we're done. Go ahead.
No, so Al B Sure and Luenell. So I didn't get a chance to look at the video of Al B Sure and Luenell. The first thing I did is I text dude and I was like, look, I thought she didn't like light-skinned dudes, but it must be just you. So anyway, we kikied a little bit, and then I saw all over the blogs that this is like actually a real thing. So I don't know. Do you guys think that they're trolling? I didn't see the video. April, let's show the video because I want to see it. I'm going to be watching it for the first time with everybody else.
Well, there are a few videos, so let's start with this one.
All right.
Oh, hold on. When we need to pour flavor.
Some blessings. What's good? My boo-boo kitty in the building. You know what? We didn't get a chance to wish everyone a
Happy New Year.
Blessings. It's going to be a beautiful 2026.
Yeah.
And we got something coming for you, too. You already know.
So, first of all, just to, not that we need to really clear anything up, but, you know, I think that people feel I'm unworthy of your love, darling, because they love you so much,
I'm
honey.
unworthy.
I'm going to wipe this lipstick off.
Put my tongue all on your face. No, listen, let me tell you something. I have such respect and admiration for this woman. If you only knew Journey, I was in a coma and all that. You calling me, talking in my ear while I was, on the other side.
Yeah, there's nothing
new at all. I appreciate you. I honor you. I think you bee's knees, a.k.a. my boo-boo kitty in the building.
I always got lipstick on, but
that's okay.
I don't always
see y'all
have
soon. We got some beautiful things coming, and I'm just so proud.
And I'm on my way back to Vegas shortly.
You know your Vegas show?
No, I'm on vacation.
I was just wishful thinking.
No, but February 1st, I will be back.
February 1st, be there.
You keep trying to send me back to work. I'm not working yet.
You're not working yet? February 1st?
Yeah, I go back to work February 1st.
I'll be there.
And then we got that thing to go to in February.
Okay, so we'll let them know later.
Okay.
Peace and blessings.
I'm not going to stay on long, you guys.
Mount Vernon.
That ain't it. No, that ain't
right.
It. Yeah.
And okay, and then we have. Okay, is it not playing? Can you see?
What's up, Jahari? Shout out to Jahari. She said, "Love is love." So, in my opinion, that just looked like they were trolling on that one. So I don't. If that is the thing that everybody's looking at and saying that they're basing that they're dating on that video, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it at all. Nope, not at all. I ain't buying it. I don't think so.
Hold on.
Okay, so that's the evidence. I ain't buying it. Is that what everybody's talking about?
That's what everybody's talking about. That's what everybody is talking about.
They trolling.
I had to jump on the bandwagon and do a video.
There was no kisses on the lips. He was kind of they trolling. There was no real affection. No. If that was your boo thing,
coming across as if they have other things that are coming up. So maybe they're doing some shows together. Are they trolling?
They are trolling. Huh? They're trolling because really, honestly, if they were together, you would be able to see some kind of energy or something like that. You can kind of tell, but what's this? You can kind of tell if there was some energy between the two of them. You can kind of get an idea, but it don't even look like energetically like it's nothing. And I'm not even saying that like it's because of who she is or who he is. I don't think that. It's just I didn't feel no connection between the two of them. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go with a no, a hard no.
Well, I'm hoping, in all seriousness, I'm that person because I'm in love with love. You know what I mean? If it's real love, I'm all for it.
If it's real love, I'm all for it. I'm with you.
Yeah. It just comes across, it has trolling energy.
Yeah, I don't think
trolling.
And somebody said,
but
what's
I'm
wrong with
100% like, I think
Double A said, why not? It just doesn't feel like there's a romantic connection.
I don't know if this is my internet
connection. It feels like they're working on something.
You said what happened?
No, she said, why not? I said, it just feels like they got a project that they're getting ready to come out with and they're trolling. I don't think that's a romance. And she's in the comments, like fighting everybody in the comments. Cause I've seen her on the blogs in the comments, like, and so what, whatever. But I think they're working on a project together. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with it, just like Jahari said, everybody need love. Just like you said, like love is a good thing. I love love, but that doesn't give me we're a couple. That doesn't give me we're a couple. Does it give you we're a couple? I'm gonna ask everybody in the audience. Does it give you guys? You ask why not double A? Does it give you? Because there is nothing wrong with it. I had posted a little funny on Facebook. I was like, well, damn, if I knew, I probably would have just shot my shot. I knew I could have a chance, whatever. But I think they trolling. Y'all didn't see the whole video? Oh, we don't have the whole video. So are they kissing?
Okay, so everything's back here. We do need to see the whole thing. You said what?
So are they kissing on the whole video? So there's more. So double A, tell us, because that right there didn't do it for me. That right there didn't tell me that that they had anything going on. But April, you said Luenell was a baddie back in the day. Did you hear me? Am I frozen?
I think she was a baddie. I mean, and to be honest, I mean, she's giving. Look at this. Look at this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that she was not giving. Tell me all of that. She's giving. She's serving.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that as it relates to both of them, I think it was one of those situations where when you look at the two of them, they're that couple that just doesn't match. And I'm not saying anything about them. I'm just saying that they don't look like they match.
Yeah, they don't look necessarily traditionally like they match, but again, I think energy speaks volumes. You can look at some folks and just be like, yeah, some things translate on screen, right? Some things, right? April, can you hear me? Am I you can hear me?
I don't know who it is. I think it might be, well, I thought it was me, but I don't know. I can hear you now.
Okay. I was saying energetically, when there's something going on, you could see it even if it's on the screen. You could see that energy between two people, and I didn't see that between them two.
Wendy is saying right here, I agree with you as it relates to like one thing that people who have that energy and that confidence, it can change everything. I look at like a Jay-Z and I'm like, yo, 100%. You know what I mean? And as it relates to both of them, I know that I've heard a lot of great things about he and his personality. I know Luenell has an amazing personality. It's just that to me, their personalities don't seem like they match.
Yeah, look what she said. I mean? She seemed like she be running shit.
Yes, and but he seems like the kind of guy who's like, I run shit too. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't come across as if it matches.
So Myra said Myra said she was a baddie back in the day. They give off best friend vibes. She was there for him when he was in coma. He never forgot that. So would you say that there is just best friends? Like they just trolling, or do you think that this is something that may have developed into something else? Who hating on Jay-Z? Who said something about Jay-Z?
I said something about Jay-Z and how he has that level of confidence, that next level confidence. Girl, go sit down.
Who? Sit down. Oh, Jahari? Oh.
She said we hating on Jay-Z.
No, there are, but she's a beautiful woman. Like I think she's a great woman and she has a great personality but I'm going on personality alone. Yeah. I'm going on personality alone. Personality wise, they look like they that they do vibe, but energetically it doesn't feel like.
I feel like they vibe. Like I feel like their personalities come across as brother and sister or best friends.
That right there, brother and sisters,
like
right, yeah. Brother and sister, and not best friends. But I didn't see what they were kissing. And hey, listen, double A, if they were smooching, you said they were smooching. Was there tongue action involved, or was it just because there was tongue action involved? Huh?
I don't think there was tongue involved.
You can do that with your friend. Let's go ahead and give it to him for the camera. Girl, they trolling. They is trolling. That is not real. They trolling. I don't know.
Hold on.
Let's shift gears. So let's put a poll out there first before we shift gears, because we got so much more to talk about. So for the people who are watching, what are your thoughts? And put it in the comments. Do you think what Luenell and Al B Sure have is real, or were they trolling? So if you think that what they have is real, put real in the comments. If they were trolling, put trolling in the comments. And I just want to see. I want to see what y'all think. Real? Do you think what they got is real? Put real in there. If you think they're trolling, put trolling in the comments. And I'm gonna see. I vote trolling. Doesn't mean that they cannot be together. It has nothing to do with them personally. This, to me, it doesn't give off that what they have is like real.
I think it's real fake. But I think that
Deshaun said hella jokes. Deshaun said hella jokes.
I'm really hoping that they are together, though. I think that if they, I feel that both of them deserve love. Yeah, and with everything that he's been through, and if she's giving him the kind of love and support that he needs, I think that that's amazing. And then hopefully he's giving her all the love and support that she needs. I mean, I feel like when it comes to Luenell just gives off the vibes of like she don't need shit. But
where you see the link
that's
at?
just because.
Double A, where you see the link? Where's it at? No time. Where you see the link at?
No time.
I want to see the kissing. I want to see the kissing. And then somebody in a comment said, "I thought she had a husband. Did he die?" And she was like, "Yep, he died." Alicia, you know Luenell for real? She is from Oakland. Alicia's from Oakland. My girl been liking him. Is that your girl, or you just you calling her my girl? So we got one person that says
liking him. That mean that they like each other for real.
Yeah, he passed. So wait. Alicia, you know Luenell for real? And is it real? Good friends, no chemistry. Right. That's where I'm at. I don't see the chemistry. I don't see. You can see when that shit is real. It didn't feel real to me. It felt like we doing this for the gram.
Camera.
We doing it we got something coming up, and
how many times did they say we got something coming up? And in February we got something. We will tell them about that later.
Right? Yeah.
That's not a couple. A couple is like ain't even bringing up what's coming up. A couple is like, we are together. This is my everything. He called her a boo kitty. Yo, sit all the way down if you calling me a damn boo kitty.
Right.
Sit down.
They fooled around, but not really together. That's what you think, or that's what you know? They fooling around.
They fooling around and trying to make people believe that something's going on.
Listen, how many of you guys would smash Al B Sure? Would anybody smash? Would you smash?
No.
You would pass? I'm talking about single April. I'm not talking about married April.
No, April's speaking from with a single mind. Pass.
Why?
I think he's beautiful. I think his energy is everything. Very, very, very handsome piece of man candy. He's just not my type. Not my type. Not my type.
Guess what I'm doing? Smashing to smithereens
for
those very reasons.
When I tell you that is 100% your type in every way, shape, or form.
Not true.
He's pretty. He looks like he smells good.
He got a good personality.
And yeah, he has a good personality. Like all the things. I like everything about him. Yeah, visually, you want to be able to look at somebody that's sexy. Like, who don't? It's just, to me, he's too pretty.
Yeah, that's what makes it all the more even better, is because he's pretty. I like pretty things. Don't you like pretty things? I like pretty things.
He's too pretty.
I'm smashing to smithereens. All right, so let me ask you a question, April. Would you give up your friends for a man?
Yes.
Oh, really? Let me see. There was You would give up your friend for a man?
I would. So okay.
Let's look at this video.
Over
Now,
my
hold
man.
on. Do we pause it? If I've known the friend for the last 100 years, if this is my 100% where I know that they know my whole life, no. But if I've only known them for, let's say, 5 years or less, 10 years or less, I would say 10 years or less. And I'm sorry, honey, I know I've only known you for a short period of time. I'm not going to count you in that same category.
Oh, really?
But,
I was like, I'm kicking me to the curb. I'm getting kicked to the curb.
No, but the reason I can't put you in that category is because I know that you have my marriage and you have my marriage in your best interest. You get what I'm saying? So go ahead and watch it and you'll understand where I'm coming from.
Somebody said Christopher Williams is her crush. So y'all like the light-skinned. See, I don't like light-skinned dudes. I think light-skinned guys.
You don't like Christopher Williams? Because I feel like Christopher Williams is your type.
I don't like light-skinned guys.
The lie detector determined that's a lie.
Everybody seems to think. You know what's so funny? I had said I was we when we had a party at Christmas party and everybody was asking about their celebrity crush and I said Boris Kodjoe. You can see the disappointment in all the dark-skinned dudes' faces up in the party. They were just like, I don't have a chance. It's not true. I like the chocolate. I love chocolate, man. Hold on.
The person that's the most important to me.
I'm gonna tell you the story.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that.
Wait, let's start from the beginning because I don't know what just
My
happened.
friend
Hold on.
of 4 years just ended our friendship over a man.
You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me.
I'm gonna tell you the story.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that.
So the way it works out is her birthday, their anniversary, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. So right around this time of the year, we're chatting a whole bunch. Girl, what you doing? Girl, what you doing? Da, 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 da. Y'all, so this year, no different.
You're disclosing information to the internet that's not your business to tell.
This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like,
You're upset, wholeheartedly upset that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy.
and she was like, don't start. No, I'm gonna start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort shit.
What?
From the men that they're with.
You live a life where you live in la la land. You, A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me.
Right.
Now let me preface this by saying he's a man of means, okay?
You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't expect.
Constance, do I sense a level of frustration?
Girl, keep playing this silly ass shit. Go ahead.
It, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me.
I sold this man his third property when I was in real estate. I've seen this place. This man makes well into the mid to high six figures. Okay.
Like, why are you coming on the internet talking about my man's income? Because you sold the house. Like, be so for real. You're weird.
And you are the type of person that likes to travel because we bonded over that. We've traveled and taken trips together before.
And not for nothing, but what we do with our finances is for a greater purpose for our kids, because we are building generational wealth. We are trying to make sure that we can retire early. So getting flown out or going on a trip all the time is not our top priority.
It's just so minimal to me what he does for her every time.
Baby, I'm a mother and a wife, and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband, for our anniversary, to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum.
A birthday, flower, dinners, a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinners, gift. Like, it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, girl, you deserve better.
You're not a celebrity. You don't live a life where this is happening for you and everybody else around you. Right. So like, what?
There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime, literally.
And as that man's wife, I know how to be an asset to him.
You should not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo. And this is what pisses me off so much about it, is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you.
And this is why I say I don't accept relationship advice, for real, from people who don't have successful relationships. Right. They've never been married. They don't have anything for real. They live in delusion in La La Land, and they only dream about the day that a man's gonna come in and do half the stuff that my man does for me. So thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. That's the tea. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, are you kidding me right now?
You a fair choice, pay first price, jump on shackle, girl, you are it. Sorry.
So she didn't lose her friend because of her man. She lost her friend because she's dumb as fuck.
I haven't seen the whole videos for both. So supposedly, because when you go and you look at a lot of the comments, they're like, if you watch the whole thing, she makes valid points. I'm like, listen. You can't make
a valid point about me in my marriage. You can't make a valid point about what I got going on in my house. There's nothing that you can say that would be valid about what happens in my house with my husband. And you ain't part of this family.
In my opinion, now I don't know any of it that's going on. I don't know.
My kids can't say nothing valid about what goes on with me and my man. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure ain't nobody outside my house gonna say something valid about what goes on.
Well, you can say that louder for the people in the back. The level when I saw this, I'm like, okay, there has to be more to it. There has to. That's the only reason why I want to see both sides fully, because what I can't stand is if I'm making if I'm looking at this and
No, I'm with you. I'm listening. It's dumb as shit.
I'm just like the level of anger. And I'll be damned if any of my friends, they only knew each other for 5 years.
Right.
That's why I say what I say. 4 years. That's why I say what I say. Like, anybody who's in my circle knows, like, listen, you can definitely tell me how you feel about something. But what you're not going to do is come to me and be like, he needs to be doing this and that and the third for you, when I'm telling you I'm happy about what he just did for me.
The level of stupidity and delusion that goes on the internet is insane. And I don't know if it's the internet that's making people think like this, or people is thinking like this and posting this silly ass shit on the internet. I don't know if the level of delusion has always been like this, or maybe the internet is making people this way. Because
it hasn't always been like this. That's what the problem is. The damn internet is the problem. The internet makes people think that this shit is okay. The internet makes, because again, just watching this, people are like, no. I see her point. If he's doing great things for himself and he's not doing this for her, What if that's not her personality? Like, I have a huge personality, but I'm also like real chill about a lot of things. If my husband went out and did something really, really grand in an area where I'm like, that is not that. No, why did you? Like it might even turn into an argument. Why did you do that? There's, oh my God.
Let me tell you something. Especially when you're in a situation, don't ever let nobody from the outside looking in come and tell you what you need to be doing in your house with your significant other, because what's understood does not need to be explained. Let me repeat myself. What is understood does not need to be explained, and definitely not
one more time.
What is understood does not need to be explained. And no dumbass, young-minded, thinking, silly-ass chick should have no say of what a married couple does with their time. And in the beginning, I was wondering where she was going with this, because she goes, "Is Christmas? Is their anniversary? Is my birthday? What the fuck does your birthday got to do with anything else?" Was she mad because the girl didn't spend time with her on her birthday too? Like, what are we really talking about here? What are we really saying? Like, huh?
It was the facial expression for me. Speaking of, Constance, you are the friend that I do need to help you work on your facial expressions when watching certain things, because throughout the entire video of the Luenell and the other one, you're sitting there looking like,
no, I was confused. No, so no disrespect. I was confused as to why everybody was thinking that this was something, because I was just like, I don't see it. That's kind of what I was. It's like, I don't like, yeah.
Like, that's what I have to work on that, Constance. Fix your face.
No, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't get it. Like, everybody is like going crazy, and I was like, because again, I just thought that they were trolling, and I still think I don't understand why people think anything different. So yeah, y'all, I don't know. What's y'all's opinion on this silly ass shit? I mean, does she have a point? Is there something that she said that is remotely true? No, not you, April. People,
I can't. There's no way that I cannot answer that question. No, I don't care who you are. There's no one in my family. There's no one in my circle. You can always weigh in if I'm asking, if it's solicited. If it is unsolicited, I'm not
even gonna weigh in. I'm going to tell you what you did wrong. I'm going to try to give you, like, I'm going to try to hold the mirror up to your face. I'm going to try to give you, like, hey, because I never want to discourage anybody in their marriage. I always want to be able to, lift you and support you. So for somebody who ain't ever been married, who is worried about the wrong damn things to tell you deserve more, girl, shut your dumb ass up.
Do you know how hard marriage is? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to put this out there for any single people who have never been married. Marriage is hard. All the bullshit that they show you on TV is bullshit. Just that, bullshit. You have to work in your marriage all day, all night, every day, every night. You are constantly working towards having a successful marriage. And people are like, well, if it's work, then I shouldn't be a part of it. No, that's what makes it worth it. The work makes it worth it. Just like parents who have children, you have to work towards making sure that you raise successful humans. You always want to work. You want to do that shit. That's one of the reasons I never wanted kids. Did not want to do the work. Okay? But I understand the importance of it.
If it ain't worth it, then you don't love it enough to even be in it. If you don't want to work it and it ain't worth it, then you don't love it. Then bounce. Fuck you here for. Fuck you here for. Fuck you me. Fuck you here for.
Like, work. You have to work when it comes to marriage. And so if he is all flashy and flossy and he wants to do big things for himself, but knows that you are very, very happy and only want to go to a restaurant, get some flowers, and be loved up on, then damn it, he's doing the right thing. If she's happy, what the hell is the problem?
If she likes it, everybody else should love it.
I love it.
I should. And as her friend, I should support her. I need to step back. I ain't like, why am I interjecting my man in my opinion in somebody else's marriage? And for the friend to be like, girl,
he bought her the third house.
Yeah, girl.
I can't believe I helped him buy his third house. Okay.
And so you're not professional as well. And here's one thing you gonna know about me. I'm a real estate professional. April's a real estate professional. One thing you will never hear me do is talk about somebody else's business to other people about what they're. I already know I can't trust you. I can't use you. I can't go through you because you're gonna tell my business to everybody else. There's no way.
What? Why are you telling the world that what if he doesn't want people to know that he has investment properties? What if he doesn't want anyone else to know that he makes in the upper six figures? Right. What?
Right. Now
you got family members calling and asking for the money that is for her and their family.
Right.
Yeah. Now, yeah, this is the part.
Myra said if they were split up, she would be the first in line trying to snatch him up. I can't tell you how many of my ex's friends have tried to talk to me. That was counseling him when they was going through it. I can't tell you how many men try to holler at me. Come on now.
Yeah, that's the blessing that it's me. I think all of my friends.
I said they don't have your best interest at heart. This happens all the times. I talk to men who have been with other women who they friends like, girl, you need to leave him. And as soon as she left him, they was trying to slide in. That happens more than not. Yeah, the wild, wild web strikes again.
I'll be honest. There have been times where I've told my friends, listen, maybe you should try this.
Yeah.
But that's as far as I would go. Like, you think that I would say anything like that when it comes to my husband? If I left my husband, if we broke up for any reason, you think I would be put like, absolutely not. And no, I don't want my friend taking my sloppy seconds. No, it is not okay.
If you broke up with Keegan, I'm sliding his DMs.
Enjoy.
He doesn't have.
I don't know how.
Look, he doesn't have a DM.
By the way, for all of you guys who send me videos and pictures and ask me if I'm still married, you're really talking to my husband.
Yeah, he's the person that you slide in their DMs. You think it is April, is really Keegan.
It's him. So.
But I always tease April because April I'd be like, what are you doing today, April? Oh, I'm going to breakfast with my husband. I'm like, I'm going to get a husband and I'm going to go to breakfast with him too. I'm going to get myself a Keegan. Yeah, child. You said something that I think was pretty important about the fact that you don't have children because what?
I didn't want to do the work. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, that one of the things that's most important to me when it comes to children, I never had children, and I thought if I ever had, like, I love 100% this person already, and they don't exist. And that scared the hell out of me because if someone looked at my child, just looked at them, I would probably not be here.
Girl.
And so, no, I'm telling you, I had my little cousin, I'm gonna put a little bit of her business out. My little cousin, who's now a grown-ass woman, when she was a baby, her babysitter gave her medication meant for an adult. And she almost died. And I used to babysit her. And they were like, do not allow April to see this woman. Do not allow April to go to this woman's home. Because I promise you, at that very young age, I would have done something very bad to that woman. And because she means so much to me. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to
that, you know how you felt about that. So imagine, right? Is that what you're saying?
If that person came out of me, I remember my nephew got jumped in elementary school. And they're like, don't let April go to the school because I would have beat the children. I'd be that mom. And I know that I would be that mom. And because I know I would be that mom, I couldn't put that on myself. That's too much. When my kid would just go outside to play, I would be concerned and I would never be able to leave the house. My kid would never be able to be out of my sight.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So I have I got four kids, and I will tell you that having kids is like the single best thing ever. And it's it's such an awesome responsibility. And when you look at the product, you're like, damn, I did good. You know, you could raise all of them exactly the same. One could go astray. You know, you just don't know how they're gonna do. I still don't know. I'm confident that I raised really good kids, but you just don't know. You know, people are gonna make choices. Somebody might get into a car of somebody that they shouldn't have gotten into a car, and it could change the course of their lives. You just don't know what can happen. But Iyanla, I think she was on Oprah, and she was saying that she was
the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, she was saying that she was a horrible parent. So then that begs the question, like, she was out here fixing everybody's life. Remember? And apparently her life was in shambles. So can you really listen to those people who always trying to fix other people's lives and their lives be jacked up? Wait, what was it?
Have you ever gotten your hair done?
Got my hair done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get my hair done all the time.
The people who do your hair, their hair is always jacked up. People who do your nails, their nails are always jacked up. People who are fixing lives, their lives are usually real fucked up.
So you're saying like
they do so well. Yo, I know a lot of therapists. I'm grateful for the therapists that I've had. Okay. She's amazing. She's amazing. Her life, in my opinion, was good. Right? That's one of the reasons I stuck with her. I remember going to another therapist, me and a man that I was in a relationship with, and you could tell that she had a really, we were trying to go to couples counseling to see if we wanted to continue on with our relationship. And she made her personal situation our situation. I'm like, that's not why we're here.
What?
And you could tell it was real fucked up.
What do you mean she made you? I don't get it.
So in our situation, our biggest problem was that the time that we spent together. We didn't really spend quality time together, and so that's why we were going. That's why he was going. Like that was our reason. And so she started asking us about money. Now I made more money than he did at the time. Period. I made more money than he did, and she was like, so, you know, who pays all the bills and how are the bills paid and how is this and how is that? And I'm like, well, I'm in banking. This was 100 years ago, y'all. I was like, I'm in banking. And so I usually manage all the money. And she's like, why? And I'm like, that's what I do. Well, don't you think that that's a problem? Don't you think you're taking that away from him? Don't you think? And I'm sitting up here like, and this is when I realized that I was spot on. I said, oh, I see you have a wedding ring on. How's your marriage when it comes to your finances? And she was like, well, right now, we're not talking about my marriage. I bet we're not talking about your marriage, you nasty hoe. You sitting up here putting your issues on us. That's not my issue.
How do you know that was her issue, though? Wait, how do you know that was her issue?
No, I mean, I don't necessarily, but I do know the way she handled everything. Yes, that was her issue. You're putting that on us as if that's our problem when we never brought that up. We never brought up money. We were very specific in what our issue was. Who are you texting?
That might be a common thing, though. It's a common thing for
that's your common thing. That wasn't our common thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't necessarily mean that was her issue. It just means that she was.
But then that was her issue. If that was her issue with her other patients or whatever the case was, don't put. And in addition to that, like I said, I do know a lot of therapists. So that's not I know them personally. And I can definitely tell you when it comes to their children.
April, my point is, okay, so you're saying therapists have their own issues.
I'm saying that everybody has their own issues. I'm saying you have a lot of people. Hold on, no. You know that dude who I don't mean to put his business out there. I don't even know who he is. He's a money guy. You remember the money dude who was all talking about all the I make $50,000 a day. I do this. I wake up making money. And then he was going through a breakup or something like that and talking about how much money he didn't have. Do you know what I'm talking about? You're the one who showed it to me.
Oh, Tony the Closer?
Okay. Are you positive?
No, who was it?
I wasn't naming names. No, I don't remember the person's name was. I don't know if that's his name.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much that's the case.
Am I paused or is it her?
I want to ask the people. I want to ask the chat. So Iyanla Vanzant, well, let's look at the video, because Iyanla said that she was a terrible mother, but
So candidly, I mean, wow, you open up your soul and you say, I failed my children.
I failed my children. I think I've said that publicly many times, that I was a horrible mother. Horrible. I was a great father. I was a horrible mother. Mothers nourish, nurture, teach. Mothers affirm. I didn't do that. I protected, I provided. That's what dads do. I was a horrible mother. When I recognized I failed my children from the perspective of spiritual hygiene, was because I denied my pain, I ignored my pain, I covered it, I called it something else. I put myself in unclean, unhealthy, unproductive situations, dragging my kids along with me, and expected them to stay quiet about it. I lived for 9 years in an abusive marriage and never talked to my children about it. Expected them to see their mother with a black eye, a busted lip, cooking franks and beans. So I taught them to lie. I taught them to deny. I taught them to avoid. I mirrored it for them. And then that's what they did. That's a failure on my part as a mother.
As I was reading your book, I thought so many families could be healed if parents would just admit the truth to their children, because they can't say, I made a mistake, I was wrong.
We're taught that it's bad to be wrong, that you're bad if you're wrong.
Oh.
And just in general, you're bad if you're wrong. I mean, if you make a mistake on your taxes, the IRS penalizes you.
Yes.
You know, if you make a mistake in doing anything, you know,
I think that's such an interesting distinction, don't you all? Yes. The difference between being wrong and being bad.
Yes.
That you can be wrong.
And it's a mistake.
It's a mistake.
Yeah. But we live in a law and punishment society where you're afraid. This society is set up where you're wrong if you tell the truth. Really. If you tell the truth, you're wrong. And if you're wrong, you're bad. So people don't want to tell the truth. I had to tell the truth because looking at my children and all I thought I had done for them, and looking at what I was looking at, you know, what the hell happened? You know, you boo, you happened. Don't look at the fruit, look at the tree.
But all of those failures, this is what I love about what you write in Spiritual Hygiene. All of those failures have brought you to a more clear understanding of who you are now. And you have used those failures. You've used that pain to create power and spiritual awakening in your own life.
And hopefully in the world.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I think is killing this country, the world in general, is dishonesty. And people will look at somebody telling them a lie and grin. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me, y'all in the chat, you mean to tell me that this Iyanla was out there fixing everybody's life? She was remember that girl? Do you guys remember that girl that she had put in a fetal position? She was trying to make her be in a fetal, and that girl went off. She has been not on my watch, going off on people and telling people all these things. There were so many times when I watched Iyanla, there she is. There were so many times when I watched Iyanla that I was just like, this, what she's saying does not make any sense. It seemed like it was projection. It seemed like it was dumb. And all that time, you are telling somebody else how to fix their life when your own life is jacked up. You are doing all these things. Listen. So I coach Black women, right? April is part of Net 7 Collective. And for me, it is such an awesome responsibility when I come before and I have to teach somebody that before I start, I meditate, I pray, because I need to be in a proper headspace. I need to make sure that what I'm giving them is what they need to hear. Like, I take it very seriously. And you're pouring into these people's lives on television. You're doing all these things, and you are not even doing it for yourself. How can then you teach what you don't have on the inside? I don't get it. So I don't know. Do you think that there's a problem with that, or do you think she was just being human? I mean, what are your thoughts, April? And for everybody that's watching.
I 100% believe that she was being human. And I really appreciate the fact that she actually was able to articulate that. Like, there's so many women, there's so many people that will not admit their fuck up. You know what I mean? Like that to me, that was beautiful. And yes, I think that there's so many people that I can't say that that's everybody, because I do know people like yourself. I do know people who are in positions where they're doing the work, but we all know pastors, no shade. There's a lot of pastors out there that don't live the lifestyle that they want the world to live. They're sleeping with a whole bunch of women in the congregation.
Huh? But that's what bothers me, is because I've seen that so many times, even in the pulpit, you know, just being a church girl, right? I've seen where pastors would, you know, be teaching the word, and then 6 months later you found out that they was doing the very thing that they was, and now they're in a better place. Now they've been delivered when they were speaking from that place before. Like what?
But here's my thing though. No, and this is me saying, like, in all seriousness, that doesn't make me that's them, right? That's their situation. The information that they're giving to you, the person who's in the congregation, you're actually feeling what you are receiving from it, what you need in order to fix your life. And so I don't have an issue with that. Huh?
I said, no, I could dig that. I could dig what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm like, just because you have a fucked up life does not mean that you're messing mine up. So you have an Iyanla. She has helped to fix a lot of people's lives. She just never did the work for herself. Just like you said, as it relates to Net 7. Before each transaction, before each interaction, you pray, you meditate, you do the work, you do the research, you get the people that maybe need to be a part of it. You introduce us to other people, other businesses, other options, ways that we can better our lives. You know what I'm saying? You do the work, not only for us, but for yourself. Everybody doesn't do the work for themselves. But
that's why I be side-eyeing people. That's why I be side-eyeing people.
You can't side-eye them because everybody is not equipped to be able to do that. Again, I had to look within myself to see I would not be fit to be a mother. Not because I wouldn't be a good mother. I feel like I would be a damn good mother, but I would also suffocate the hell out of my child. And that's not fair to the child. What kind of life would they have with somebody who's like, no, you can't go play with your friends. No, you can't go outside. No, you can't. Like, that's not fair. You get what I'm saying? So I know that. And I don't want them to have a fucked up life. And so I understand. And I'm like, I'm not willing to do that work. That's work I'm not willing to do because I already know how the kind of love that I have for them. So I'm just saying, like, you have to be real with yourselves. And I don't think people.
Again, I side eye because let me tell you, I've been in the presence and behind the black curtains of thought leaders. I've been in the presence and behind the curtains of global people that I see what they say, but I see
and what they do.
Oh my God.
Do as I say, not as I do. That's exactly what she is.
If
she just said do as I say, not as I do.
In fact, one of the people that I know that knows her, and they both the same damn way. It's crazy. But anyway, but I see what you do. And I listen to what you do rather than what you say. And so when I see, like, even these pastors, and I just side eye everybody because it's like, what you gonna say in 6 months? Like, is something gonna come out? Like, and I do realize, you know, in the Bible, God spoke through a donkey. God can speak through anybody, and just because they're where they are, it doesn't affect that you being able to receive what you need to receive. Yes, God did speak through a donkey in the Bible. April, shut the hell up. God spoke through a donkey.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video of the preacher's wife? She was pregnant and he left her.
And what?
On the social media. She got married.
He left her and what happened?
He left. He was cheating on her and he rolled out. And now the congregation is mad at her because she put the information out in these streets.
Yeah, I think I seen that. I think I did see that. Wait, let's look at that.
And I wasn't mad at her mom.
Yeah, people they brainwash
boundaries, just because of some of the things that was happening within your family?
I wasn't mad at
not
her.
in the family.
I
With
was
one
mad
particular
at the
grandson,
situation.
her young.
Like everybody was mad because she shared it, and I'm like, she was sharing it before they were even before they were married. She started sharing about him when they went on their first date. What's the problem?
Right.
If you gonna tell all the good stuff, you can tell that.
Did you see the video up? Did you see the video was up? Oh, okay.
Oh no, I didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Who was just
I know,
out of
right?
his mind, and I know it was grief, but I was the wall. That's a wall.
I saw you just sit down with Oprah and you talked about your decision not to go to your daughter's funeral.
Yeah.
And you kind of put up your boundaries just because of some of the things that was happening within your family.
Well,
With
not
her
in
son?
the family, with one particular grandson, her youngest son, who was just out of his mind. And I know it was grief, but I wasn't going to put myself in jeopardy. I wasn't going to give him the opportunity to disrespect his mother by disrespecting her mother. And I didn't know what he might do. But I was a trigger for him. I knew I was a trigger for him. And I had to tell the truth about that.
How difficult was that for you?
Well, once I made the decision, because I made it from a place of love and care, I was okay with it. So I didn't have to go to the funeral. I went the day before. And I had my own thing with her.
Right.
She was still going to be dead the next day. I didn't have to be there. You understand? The things that we do out of tradition, out of habit, that we don't even want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm too old. And I don't have wrinkles yet. So I don't want wrinkles.
But again, that comes from her as not obviously the relationship wasn't great with the daughter and possibly the grandson. There's probably a lot of toxicity there. I don't know.
I'm just glad that she actually spoke those words and was able to admit.
I can respect totally. So I'm not saying that I think it's great what she's doing. I think her being introspective and self-reflective, it's a beautiful thing because that's part of the growth. We need to do that. It's just hard when, you're like, you have these people and you're listening to them and they're pouring into your life. And then turns out that they live in these fucked up, foul lives. That's disappointing.
But what if that wasn't the case, though? What if it wasn't the case? Because what if she actually was a decent mom, and she had?
No, go ahead.
What if she was a decent mom, and she instead her child was just like, you didn't give me enough. You didn't do enough for me, as far as I'm concerned. Even though she gave her every single thing that she could possibly give. And so that's the belief of the child, that you didn't do enough for me, even though she did everything for that child. You don't know what their life is. You don't know what their situation is unless you lived it. So we can just hear everything that they're saying. And I'm not sitting up here saying that, she was the best mother, because I'm assuming she kind of said that she wasn't necessarily the best.
She said she was a terrible mother. She said, I was a horrible mother. But yeah, you're teaching other people how to be great in their families, and you're not, and you're terrible in yours. It's crazy work.
And but again, what if? Because what if it's the same exact situation where she was a good mom and everything that she was preaching was perfect, but her child kept saying, "You are a horrible mother because you didn't give me every single thing that I wanted."
She said she was a bad mother. So that's not the case.
Remember how I said what if? Remember how that was hypothetical. So if you heard what I said,
that ain't even the case. Here's my thing, and this is what I always say, April. Y'all could
like now this is you being self-reflective. You putting up a mirror talking about no, that can never be the case. That is not it. That can very well happen.
Wasn't the case.
That's what happens a lot in this world.
That wasn't the case. And my point in saying that is, how is she fixing other people's lives when her life was fucked up?
I just feel I feel like it's being judgmental. I feel like everybody has something that they fucked up in.
Does, yes.
And people have taught things about. People have taught people how to do anything, and they've messed up themselves, dropped the ball in so many different ways when it comes to family, friends, business, whatever. And yet they still can help other people grow. I don't see a problem with it.
Hold on, listen. I know a girl personally who had a 400 credit score and wrote a book about credit. Not me. I had a 379 at one time, got it back up and knew. But this girl actively had a 400 credit score and was trying to teach people about credit, and her credit was fucked up. How do you teach somebody finances? Now, we all got our ebbs and flows.
Was the book, was the information in the book correct?
I don't know, because I had said online how somebody, and then she never published it because she said she was coming out with a credit book, and I said online, I was like, how people with 400 credit scores writing books about credit?
And that book could have changed. In all seriousness, you're right, but that book could have possibly changed.
Anyway, but my point is this, April. My point is
I feel like
this.
it's judging.
Huh? Yes, I'm judging because I'm judging on the fact that she's doing something specifically for families, right? So if I am talking about families and my family's good, and I'm not talking about finances, my finances fucked up, I can speak on family because I can speak from a place where I have that experience. My thing is this.
Okay.
Hold on. My thing is this. I got 4 amazing, dope ass children, right? And I could be, everybody could think the world of me in the world. Everybody could think, Constance, you are so great. You are so dope. You are so wonderful. You're so amazing. But if those 4 children didn't think that, all of that will be for naught. How can I?
That's not true.
Hold on. How can I effectuate change in the world when I can't affect change in my own household? How can I be respectful?
If you were an amazing mother, just like I said, you're not. That's
no. But listen. Let me just finish because that is what matters more than anything that I put out in the world. Is what I do for the people in my household, the people that know me the best. What everybody else says about me and all my greatness and all the millions of dollars I make, it means nothing if my kids think I'm a piece of shit. And that's my measure. Is your children. That's just my measure. So maybe I'm more judgmental on her because of that.
Yeah, I think and to me that's crazy because you could have been the best mother in the world, and your kids can still think that you're fine.
She wasn't.
So that's not you said a hypothetical. You just said a hypothetical. How is it okay for you to say hypothetical? No, go sit down. Sit down.
We're talking actual, April. She said she was a bad mother. She said she was a bad mother.
But you just said you talked about you and your kids. And if your kids right now came out and said, Ma, you are a horrible mother, even though you did everything possible for those children, and they came and said, you are horrible, I don't like you, nothing about you is right, you're saying that you would not be able to coach somebody else? Bullshit, number 1. Number 2,
because listen,
that's fine. Number two, how many other lives have been saved? How many? My thing is that if you're saying, all right, I can't save these, I can't save them, but there's a million people, there are millions of people that watched on a regular basis and heard what she had to say and learned and got better families. She had people who celebrities that got a lot of feedback from her and became amazinger, that's a word, amazinger people. And I'm looking at it from a standpoint of if she was able to positively affect millions of people and just couldn't help her one, I'm okay with that. Sometimes you can't help the one. And sometimes that one just so happens to be a part of your family. Blood, even though thicker than water, sometimes blood is fucked up. So it just kind of is.
So you're right. Constance is not hearing you today. And let me tell you
why. And it's okay. She never does, y'all. Y'all have to get it.
Let me tell you why. So I appreciate Iyanla for her saying that, what she's saying right now. I think that's growth. I think that's a great thing. She said in that interview, don't look at the fruit, look at the tree, right? So you just said, if one of my children said I did all these great things, and one of my children said I was a horrible mother, again, she said in her own words, look at the tree and not the fruit. Because obviously I fell short in some way. Now, what you're never going to see my kids do, what you will not see, and this is one thing I could say never on, because I have individual relationships with each one of them. Now, they may make bad choices in life, right? Because I raised them right. I don't know which direction they'll go. But what they will never say is that they didn't have a relationship with their mother, and their mother didn't give them everything that she could. Their mother didn't pour everything that she could into her children. You can never say that about me and my kids. And like I said, for me, that performative, somebody mentioned performative, that is the measure. Is you can change all these lives, you can do all these great things in the world, but if you can't change the people in your household, if you're not pouring that same thing into them, then everything you're doing is shit.
Okay.
Everybody
else.
else.
Put my own business out there. Y'all. Okay, so here I'll use myself as an example in my mother. So my mother is an amazing human. I went to elementary school all the way up to 5th grade. And you 100 per motherfucking cent. I went to elementary school all the way up to the 5th grade, being able to memorize like books. I was able to memorize everything, memorize. And when I got to 5th grade, my teacher realized she's memorizing these books based off of what other people are reading, or she's read it so many times that she was able to memorize it so she can recite it. She's dyslexic. And I ended up having to go to like special classes. I was in special ed, like all of the things. And my mother's like, not my baby. Why? Because my mother was a special ed teacher. My mother was had a degree in special education. My mother, that's all she taught for years. And it's not saying that my mother is a horrible teacher. It's that I'm very close to my mother. So she's not seeing exactly what's right next to her, which sometimes happens. The average person maybe can't handle what's right next to them, and they can handle somebody from further away. You don't know if it's her and her situation. You don't know if it's the way she coaches. You don't know if it's how if it's her personality. You don't know that. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to judge her based off of who she is and how she parented, and the fact that she admitted that she was a fucked up parent. I'm not going to say, okay, you know what, because you're a fucked up parent, I can't listen to all the amazingness that you just spewed out. That's crazy.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
You admitted that you're judging her.
I am.
And I'm not going to judge her.
I'm definitely judging her. Let's watch it again.
So candidly, I mean, wow. You open up your soul and you say, I failed my children.
I failed my children. I think I've said that publicly many times, that I was a horrible mother. Horrible. I was a great father. I was a horrible mother. Mothers nourish, nurture, teach. Mothers affirm. I didn't do that. I protected, I provided. That's what dads do. I was a horrible mother. When I recognized I failed my children from the perspective of spiritual hygiene, was it because I denied my pain? I ignored my pain?
So, at the same time that she was being a horrible mother, she was telling other people how to be good mothers. How? Make it make sense. It don't align for me. So you could have textbook ways in which you do something. Again, there are people out here that are motivating people, that are transformational coaches, that are doing all these things but are not living the life. And I've seen it time and time again. That's why I side-eye people. I respect her for admitting it. I respect her for her growth. I respect her for her introspection. I'm saying at the time that she was supposed to be fixing these people's lives, but she couldn't even fix hers, it don't jive. And again, I'm judging because I'm a mother, right? And I believe that your greatest ministry, your greatest output is what you do in your household. And if you fail there, how can you? I don't give a fuck how many people you saved, how many millions of people read your book. It means nothing if the kids in your household can't say the same, in my opinion. So yeah, if that's judgment, so be it. But I'm standing on that. I'm standing 10 toes down on that.
And if that's what you want to do, I feel that that's your right. I just don't agree at all in any way, shape, or form. Because I'm sorry?
I said agree to disagree.
100%. There's no way I can agree with you, because I know that that exists, and I know that there's so many people who are adding so much value to people's lives that aren't necessarily living it, but they do know. And I'll just say it, as a person who's not a mother, I can actually look and see, oh, well, this person's a good mother. This person's a good mother. This person's a good mother. People who have had horrible mothers can look. This is a great mother. This is a great mother. This is a great mother. And they didn't have it. They didn't live it. Maybe they don't have children and they had a horrible mother, but they can look and see what a perfect mother is. A person who doesn't have money, who has gone to school, who knows all the textbook, everything, and who knows how to get it, and just doesn't have the what I call the mayor mindset. They're afraid to actually jump on their own, but they know how to motivate another person to jump. Listen, I'm all for it. I'm not going to stop you from living your greatness. I'm not, because you can actually be great if it's not in your own household. You can be great to somebody else. I don't look at that as if it's a bad thing.
A pastor who is preaching the gospel, he has a handbook that he's preaching from, right? But he's not living the life. Yeah, okay, people's lives can be changed because they're listening to what he said based upon what's in the Bible. Great. I still don't respect him, and I still judge him for that. And I think about even me personally, right? So my son was sharing with me about some childhood trauma that he had, right? And I would say, childhood trauma, boy, we used to go on 5 to 10 vacations a year. You know, what you mean, right? And this boy said, Mom, you weren't home. And I was like, ooh, right? And I was like, damn, I'm out here trying to save the world. I'm out here trying to create this life and these experiences for my children, provide, like she said, you know, I also nurtured. I've tried to do all these things, but yet my children was suffering. So for me, and that's the reason why I'm so adamant about this. The first thing I thought was, what profits me to be out here trying to save the world and my children are suffering? Fuck everybody else. What everybody else is talking about, F all that. If my children go without, or if my children are suffering mentally, physically, spiritually, in any way, that's on me. So everything that I do out in the world, all the great things that I do out in the world, F all, it means nothing. You didn't even listen because you was looking at whatever that was on the screen.
No, I was listening to you. And I was actually putting that out there because based off of what you were saying, that's pretty much what they were saying as far as I'm concerned. But I think when it comes to you and your children and that point as it relates to them being able to have a lavish lifestyle and saying that, oh, you weren't there, and you said, you know what, I'm going to make a change. What if they didn't say that until they were in their 50s? And you're thinking, I'm doing all of this for you.
I've been there.
So my question to you would be, would that mean that you were a horrible mom? Would that mean that everything that you did?
I wasn't a horrible mom, but she said she was a horrible mom.
So let's go back to what I just asked. As it relates to you and your situation, and your child said exactly what they said to you, but they said it when they were in their 50s. Would you have then been a horrible mother?
No.
If they're looking, what I don't understand, because at that time, because she just admitted, I was the father in the relationship. And based off of what I'm hearing from you, you were out there saving the lives, changing lives and things of that nature, and bringing money into the household. Am I correct in that? Yes. Okay. So would that mean that you were the protector and the provider more so, or you were the provider in the house?
I was a provider.
You were. Okay. So that's pretty much what she just said. When it came to her, she said that she was the father in the relationship. She wasn't the nurturer. Okay. And so when your children were saying what they were saying, if they would not have said that when you were able to course correct, you were able to correct this, you were able to correct it at a great time, and you were able to say, you know what, I want to be there for you because you are an amazing mother. And so what if you did not hear that from your child and say, oh shit, until they were in their 50s? Would you then look back and say, damn, I was too busy being the father and I didn't take that time out to see what they were talking about? Because I didn't even know that they were talking about. Oh, okay.
No, because she said she was a horrible mother. My children said they had a horrible experience. That's two very different things. It doesn't mean that I was a horrible mother, number one. Number two,
I didn't say that you were a horrible mother. She said that. I'm saying that
it's different. I'm saying it's different. The other thing is, I didn't course correct because of it. My time just opened up, and I'm grateful to God that I'm able to spend more time with my kids now than I did when they were smaller because of situations and circumstances, right? Life be lifing, right? But I was always me, even though I was not there a lot. I was always making sure, and they can tell you this, that even though I didn't have the quantity of time, I made sure that I had the quality of time with my kids. And so I would always say, even if I have 25% of the time, I'm going to give them 100% of the time. I was very intentional about the things that I did with my kids and poured into them. Now, me physically not being there caused them to have experiences that I didn't see because I wasn't there, because my lack of being there. But the nurturing, the being a mother, the listening, the being able to hear them, that's never changed. The only thing that's changed from then to now is just me having more time with them. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I am answering the question. What did I not say? I said no. They had a horrible experience, not a horrible mom. It's two different things. A horrible experience and a horrible mom is the same thing. You guys lack.
No, what they're saying that no. Okay.
I'm going to back to elementary school if that's what you're saying.
No. Okay. So I'm just going to put her business out there, y'all. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that, and a person who does know her and a person who does see her, when it comes to she and her children mean the world to her. And I think that's the reason why, and I'm just saying, this is April speaking. I think that's the reason why she's not seeing what I'm saying and understanding where I'm coming from. And she's not going to be able to see that because, yes, she is a great mom. And so she can't see past what if she's not a great mom. No. No, Constance, this is me talking.
I gave you the example of a preacher too. It's the same thing. You are talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. You can't talk the talk and not walk the walk.
Yep. And so back to Luenell Al B Sure, because clearly,
I'm okay. Listen, I'm okay with the discourse, and I'm okay with having an unpopular opinion because I am so convicted in how I feel about just being in alignment, because you see so many people just not being real. Like again, growing up in church and seeing behind the black curtain and seeing all these people like say one thing, do another thing. I have a father who is the realest Christian that I know, right? I've seen firsthand what integrity looks like. And I've seen firsthand what integrity does not. And if you're not going to walk the talk, then you shouldn't be talking it. Period. I understand there's growth and all that stuff, but I think that's more monetary. I think it's monetary. You can have a handbook. Anybody can philosophize, but can you walk what you live in? No.
I'll say for myself, I remember my parents arguing. That's another reason when it came to kids and being married that I didn't want. I saw my parents argue. My father borrowed my mother's car. I think my father's car was maybe in the shop or something, and he borrowed my mother's car for whatever reason, and he didn't put a lot of gas. He didn't put gas in it, and my mother was angry that he didn't fill it back up. And he's like, "I just used it to go like down the street and back." She's like, "Yeah, you should have filled up my car." They got in a big argument, and I remember that day. I'll never forget that day. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm never going to be in a relationship where some man is going to take care of me in any way, shape, or form." And it's like what you see when it comes to your childhood definitely does impact how you view things as an adult. What I saw then doesn't make my parents fucked up parents. My parents, to me, even to this day, were great parents. The way that they handle things, they could have handled a lot of things differently, but all of us could have handled a lot of things differently, which when I see other people who have maybe had the same situation that I've had, they're like, "I'll never get married because my parents were horrible." And I'm like, "Damn, your parents were horrible." I grew up, I knew your parents very well. They weren't bad, but you viewed them as being bad because you didn't get X, Y, Z, or they weren't able to pour into you X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to fault my parents for that. Even when it comes to Iyanla, she might say I was a bad mother because I was too busy being a father. She might have been a father because that's all she knew. You going to sleep? She might have been a father because that's all she knew how to be. And so I don't fault her for that. And that doesn't mean that she doesn't know what a good mother looks like. And so because she knows what a good mother looks like, I feel that she can coach because clearly she knows how to. And so back then she was changing people's lives. She was fixing people's lives. Maybe it wasn't her children, but there were other lives that she was fixing. Maybe she doesn't know how to be a mother, but she knew what a good mother looked like. What's the dancer? Oh God. What's the dancer who was on In Living Color? Not saying that she was a bad dancer.
J-Lo?
Not J-Lo. What's the other one?
Oh,
she was the one who taught everybody how to dance.
Oh,
she was like, listen, I know Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez knew how to dance. She wasn't a J-Lo. She wasn't like top of her game, but she knew how to instruct all the dancers on how to be amazing dancers. Like, that's how a lot of it works. You might not be able to put it into action yourself, but you know how to kill it in coaching those people to be the best possible people they could possibly be. You, Constance, sorry to tell you this, boo, you just have a gift where you can be a coach and can actually implement it yourself. Everybody doesn't have that gift.
So I can see. So I guess my thing is, as you're going through this, and I don't know, maybe by the time
horrible mother, and as the oldest, it was a lie. She was spoiled and jealous.
So maybe by the time she started,
I'm sorry,
coaching,
babe, I couldn't hear you. My computer went out. What did you say?
I was saying maybe by the time she was coaching, she had come to that realization, possibly, because my thing is, if you're doing it at the same time, right? So if you're being a horrible mother and you're trying to coach people, that don't jive with me. I don't get it. But perhaps, because here's what I think. So a lot of things that I've done, I've written books and all that stuff, right? Because I use my hardships as a blueprint. Because of things that I had gone through in the past, I am now able to speak on them. Now, if that's the case, right? So she was a horrible mother at first. She came to the realization that she's no longer a horrible mother. And now she's able to coach people as a result of being a horrible mother in the past. That's one thing. But for me, if, what was I going to say? Oh, come back on stage. All right. Did you hear what I was saying? Did you hear what I said? She's frozen. What I was basically saying is the only way it makes sense for me is if perhaps she was a horrible mother, and by the time she was coaching people, she had kind of saw the error of her ways and she was able to coach them from experience. But for her to be doing it simultaneously, it don't make sense to me. So for example, I was saying that I've written books, right? And my books came out of things that I've been through. Bankruptcy, financial, credit, all that shit, because I have been through it and I had overcome it. So for me, I think that if you overcome something, then you could speak to it. But I don't understand. I don't get the idea of somebody being able to tell somebody else something that they're not also living. That alignment, it just doesn't work for me. It don't work. So I think April, she said her internet went down. Anyway, I don't have a problem in having discourse. I don't have a problem in being having an opinion different from everybody else. My opinion is my opinion. And my opinion, again, like I said, is stemmed from just the importance of motherhood and the importance of integrity, right? Integrity is what? It's doing the right thing, even when nobody's looking. And so if you're not walking in integrity, and like I've seen examples of integrity, like I said, my father is the most integrous person I know. And so you have, and I model at least my parenthood, and I try to model my life after my father. I try to walk and live in integrity. I try to do what I say I'm going to do. I try to be respectful of other people. And so with that being said, when I see other people that aren't in alignment with what they say, it just don't sit right with me. It just doesn't. So anyway, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. We're going to get out of here because I got a whole nother podcast that I got to hop on in 30 minutes and April's internet is down. But this was a lively conversation. So we talked about Luenell. We talked about, Luenell and Al B Sure, were they trolling or not? We talked about the idea of somebody else being up in your business. April's coming back in. Somebody else being up in your business. And then we talked about Iyanla, which I think were all very interesting conversations. I'm going to be on here tomorrow with Dr. Shirley, and we're going to talk about some medical things. Everybody always loves when Dr. Shirley is on here. And April, come back in. I see April. You back? And we're back. Hi, April. Can you see me? We can all see you. Can you hear me? April doesn't know she's here. April can't see us. Anyway, listen. So next week. Yep. Are you there? Can you hear me? When you can hear me, okay, I was gonna say when you can hear me, get back on. But look, so next week, I do this gym masterclass every week. I'm doing a gym. I don't know what gym masterclass is next week. But if you want to be a part of my free master trainings, always trying to talk about ways to build your wealth. Let me see what my next masterclass is. Sign up. Next week is on, how to monetize your knowledge and your skills, how to take what's inside your mind and make money from it. Because that's what I do. So if you don't know anything about me, I'm a real estate broker, investor, cannabis owner, best-selling author, and I show other people how to do the same thing. I make money from all these different things, even being online. So I'm going to talk to you next week on next Monday about how to monetize your genius. So then we have the Bring Your Idea to Life training that's coming up. And if you've signed up for the Bring Your Idea to Life training, I got to move it because it's next week. It's on January 31st through February 1st. And guess what? The All Black National Convention Digital Conference is on the same weekend. So I need to move it to the next weekend because if you're not signed up for A, B, and C, make sure you sign up for A, B, and C. I'll be speaking at that. A lot of other stuff coming up, you guys. Y'all, I have been working overtime on a lot of different things that I think is going to help everyday people. It's going to help the people who listen in ways to build wealth. And so I've been working literally, sun up to sundown, 12, 15, 18 hours a day sometimes. So you'll see some stuff coming down the pipe, all the great things that I'm doing to help try to bring value to your lives, because that's what my life is about. So I'll be on here tomorrow, Dr. Shirley. Friday, I'm off. And then I'll see you guys again on Monday where we're going to talk about money. Make sure you tune in and follow me everywhere. I am Constance Carter. And yes, Net 7 Collective is tonight. Monday. I got my Net 7. Look, I got my Net 7 Black Brilliance shirt on. Black Brilliance.
Black
7,
Black
baby.
Brilliance.
Black Brilliance. We got Net 7.
Hi, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So let me just put that out there while I have a voice. Can y'all hear me? Because I want to put this out there. Can you hear me, Constance?
Yep.
We got Net 7 and Net 7 Nation. Let me tell you guys, any ladies who want to join Net 7 or Net 7 Nation, you want to get your finances up. You want to make sure that your pockets are just ballooning on a regular basis. This is where you want to start. And you can start in either Net 7 Nation or Net 7. And I promise you, either way, you will be growing. When it comes to Net 7, the Net 7 Collective, oh my gosh, everybody knows something. Everybody knows something. Well, actually, for both of them, I'm just going to say that. But everyone comes with their A game, and everyone is adding value in just in every way, shape, and form. And I'll give it to Constance. One thing that she does definitely do that I think is amazing is she keeps it all. She keeps everyone together, and she keeps everyone in their lane. There's so much that we learn. We've learned how to write books. We've learned how to start podcasts. We've learned how to. We've learned a lot about chat. There's so much that we have learned. We've learned. Oh, you guys, we've learned how to. We've learned about government contracts. We've learned how to, when people's homes are foreclosed on, how to get that surplus money. There's so many different things that we have learned from day one to today. It's just beneficial. So if you have not joined yet, join. You will get something out of it. You will get a lot out of it. It is a blessing all the way around. Net 7.
It's the women you guys are the blessing for me. Like you guys fill me up. Even Kyle, my daughter, she's like, when I attend Net 7 meetings, I'm so full when I leave there. It's an amazing conversation. And it's like, when we talk about personal growth, introspection, and all that stuff with Iyanla, it's like every week we get a dose of more personal growth and more personal growth. And it's like all the time, because it's an evolution. Like that shit don't stop. And once we stay stagnant and once we stay stuck and once we stay comfortable, there's no growing. But I'm so fortunate that I get to meet with women every week. And there's always this, this push to become better and better and better. It's just this evolution.
Well, all the women come in. This is a problem for a lot of women. They come in believing that they should already know everything. And they get a dose of a true reality. You don't have to know everything. You're never going to know everything. And the only way that you can be as successful as you need to be is by understanding that you're never going to know it all, but know how to get the information. And I think that that's the biggest thing that I've learned from it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, so thank you, Deborah Wilwin. Deborah says she is selling the Living Trust ebook. Look, hey, Deborah, I just updated it yesterday. I've been telling these stories okay, let me just tell you guys. So I don't know if you guys know about the Living Trust ebook, but it's sold thousands of copies and it's been really great. I wrote it last year and it was a very simple ebook to show you how to get your Living Trust set up. I just wanted to get Black people in the game, get you a legit Living Trust, right? But as I've been telling these stories about Living Trust, I'm like, okay, I need to make this a little bit more robust. So I sat down and I added to that book, that junk, girl, and April.
I added to that what?
I'm from DC now. I added to that junk. Is that how we say it in DC?
I don't know. I'm not from there.
I thought you were from DC. I added to that
junk.
I
was until you moved here.
But look, April. So I did. I updated it. So now, it's not just the Living Trust. It's the power of attorney. I show you how to do a will. I show you how to do the digital assets. A pour over will, a last will and testament. I've really expanded it so it's not just a Living Trust book. Now it's an asset plan. I just updated it yesterday. Just uploaded yesterday on my website. And so it's right now because it's worth way more. And I'm actually doing a physical copy. So it's going to look like this. And it's going to go up on Amazon pretty soon. And it's going to be $50 or $70 on Amazon because it is very valuable. It's not just the trust. It's all the other things in addition to that. And then it's also, property protection, from deed theft. It's all of those in combining this book. And so I uploaded yesterday. It's on my website and it's still only $25. And it's like,
well, what people don't realize though is to get all of that information from an attorney starts, and I'll be as realistic as possible, starts at about $3,000.
Yeah, so that's for the trust. That's not even the will. Yeah, that's not the will. That's not the poor will. That's the power of attorney. That's none of that other stuff, right? That's $3,000 just for the trust. So in this, you get all of that. So I've updated it, so you get all of that. So y'all get the updated ebook because it's crazy. It's gonna be and actually it looks a little bit different. Like I said, last year's was great because it got you in the game for the Living Trust. This time it's really gonna just have your whole estate plan. For $25, you can't beat that. So all of these things are things that I've done for myself. Granted, my power of attorney, my successors, my trustees, all of that stuff. You got to do all that stuff. Because there's been it's a lot of craziness that goes on around here. My mama always said people get to acting funny when it comes to death and money. Let me say it for the people in the back. My mama said she was right, boy. She was so right. My mama be right about my mama. My mama is funny and she a little country, but what she said was right. People get to acting funny when it comes to death and money. And let me tell you something, she ain't lying. It's some shit that be happening out there. So that's the reason why I did this. I just love Black people. Everybody can get it. It's not just for Black people, but my focus is on Black people. I know I make April uncomfortable when I say it, but I am unapologetically Black. And I look out, everything I do is
a lie detector determined that's a lie. I'm always going to look out for my people first.
No, I'm not saying that you don't, but you're like, I want to help everybody.
I do. I do.
Yeah, I know. And I do too. But be one, us first. That's it.
Y'all,
Hey,
make sure you all get the book. And if you haven't already joined that 7, make sure you join. I know one who said that Deborah Wynn said that she has to get jumped into it. That's fine. You said
go ahead.
You said
go
you're
ahead
in New York, right?
Huh? Yeah, she's in New York. Go ahead and schedule a call with me. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you will be a great fit because we're getting ready to start our new cohort.
I think she would be a very good fit.
Yeah, she would be a great fit. If you want the book, a girl around here, great grandma looking like she's 30. Like how you a great grandma looking 30 is crazy. We got, Sharon. Exactly.
We pulled her on camera, y'all. So don't think that we're just BSing. We pulled her on camera. That woman looks amazing. Okay.
She looks 30.
Anyway, I digress.
Literally. Hey, Tiara is texting me. I got to get on this other podcast.
Tell Tiara, I said, who you doing? Y'all be blessed on purpose. If Jahari is still on here, Jahari, I love you.
Love y'all. Peace.